Lorne Michaels is on our asses. Is what we're
God, I don't want Lorne Michaels. Lorne Michaels scares me. That
Yeah.
dude. Like, I've heard
Every
some
single
stories, and I'm like, boy, that sounds like a guy that you don't want on your ass. Anyway, welcome to Fanboy Talk, everybody. This is Troy by 17.
Welcome back.
I'm joined by Mithi.
How long would...
Caffeine
Hello. It's me. I'm the guy who's blocking the gun between Jimmy Olsen and...
You're protecting Jimmy.
I'm protecting Jimmy for now.
You're doing your Jimmyary service, yeah.
This is my Jimmyary service, yeah. How long would you last on SNL before completely breaking down?
Like a minute. Like,
a minute?
You know those people that like accidentally, because like, you know me, I've got a terrible potty mouth, and it's a horrific character flaw, and it's limiting my potential in a creative field, but I can't stop saying fuck. Yeah. And like Jenny Slate got fired after like one season because she said fuck in her first episode, and I heard that, I was like, yeah, it's not for me. Not for me. Also, I can't do impressions. I can only do Jerry.
Mm-hmm. And that would be your whole thing, is every single bit.
The most relevant impression, Jerry Seinfeld, in 2022.
You'd have only one Weekend Update feature, and it's just you coming out as Jerry.
You know what? It would be fun. I think this is not related to anything our podcast listeners are interested in. No. But Weekend Update, SNL in general is kind of shitty, but like Weekend Update especially is like so dated, I think.
It's not great. There's some bits that are fine, but for the most part, it's
like the going through the news and making jokes about them, fine, whatever. That's fine. But it's the fact that they're always like wacky characters come out. When it's like, it would be like, the reason I get so excited for when Pete Davidson comes out is not it's partially because it's Pete Davidson. I love Pete Davidson, but it's because he's just doing stand up.
He's just a guy.
He's just doing a 5-minute stand up segment,
right?
And it's like really same with John Mulaney, and the same with the new girl, Sarah. What's her name?
Like Sarah Shill, not Silverman. God damn it.
Sherman. I can't remember her name. She's really funny. She's really cool.
She's cool.
And Melissa, and like I like when they come out as themselves to do their own stand-up bits. You know,
that's what kind of got me tired of
funny characters. You can still do the occasional one, but it should be one funny character and one cast member.
That's what got me tired of like Kate McKinnon bits, where it's like every single time I would rather just her come on instead of do whatever fucking
like, no disrespect to Kate McKinnon, because I don't know, maybe there's some Kate McKinnon stands in the audience right now. I feel like because she just came back, like from her like break and stuff. Yep. She made the show worse. It was much better without her. I think she is far like I kind of feel the same way about Cecily, but at least Cecily plays like characters in sketches. Yeah. Versus Kate just plays herself, and it's like, oh boy, you know, especially because they're mostly political. And the political sketches, like, they're not funny, not because they're political.
No one really...
They're funny. They're not funny because they're not political enough, is my opinion on it.
During the 45th era, right? Yeah. So many people would revisit those political sketches. No one's revisiting political sketches anymore. Yeah. So even for the YouTube, how well is it really doing? Like, I don't know, but might be doing okay. But
like,
I don't know. I feel like there's not
an
that
obligation
much
now. It feels like they feel the need to like, oh, it's the cold open, we have to do whatever political thing is. Yeah. Yep. But then because the cold opens are so rushed, the jokes eventually just end up being, look at how stupid the Republicans are. And it's like, yeah, I know, but they're also burning forests down. You're gonna like joke about that? Is that funny? Like it's like there's no jokes anymore.
It's just the commentary, and it's
just look. It's I guess you know what else was like it? You know what else was like it?
What?
I'm sorry, Zach, and I'm sorry, Tyler, but don't look up. It's just the whole movie was like that. And that's all I'm gonna say on that topic.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about Don't Look Up last. We like hinted at it. Yeah. No, we talked about it. We talked about it.
You put Leo in the fucking thumbnail.
I did. That's right. And we had different versions of the thumbnail that had a different look to it that I didn't catch. There was a version of
Leo that I was like, this looks a little too much like The Quartering. Let's not do that.
Yep. I didn't even catch that because I don't look at The Quartering.
I don't look at The Quartering either. I just see white guy with a beard looking mad. And it's like, oh, okay.
Are we exposing you as a Quartering watcher, Troy?
You know me. Oh, boy, I sure love my right-wing media. Oh, man, billionaires with the best guys. I could be a billionaire one day if I work hard enough.
Yep.
I love that Tony Stark.
I saw a fan cast for Athena. I saw a fan cast for Athena in the fucking Percy Jackson show as Brie Larson, and I was like, I can't wait. If that happens...
I can't wait. There was like, I think... Oh, I saw... did you play Last of Us 2? No, you don't. You don't have PS4.
I watched most of the cutscenes. That doesn't
count.
PewDiePie
Firstly,
videos.
that doesn't count.
I know, but
Abby,
I know the story.
Abby, the one that's really controversial. Somebody was like Brie Larson for Abby, and I was like, oh my god,
too.
please.
Yeah, I don't see the fit.
It would be.
I don't see the fit, but it would be funny, right?
That's the idea. I can see the fit. I don't know. Brie is like surprising, not surprisingly, like the Captain Marvel suit.
No, she's
does not
very
show
strong.
Off her like guns at all.
She works out. She works out a lot.
And even beyond Abby that, though, is relatively unrealistic. You know, it's possible, but it's like I don't think we're gonna find an actress that is that. Yeah.
Anytime and you don't want someone to jack up on steroids for that shit, right?
And I would definitely not want that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that feels like a role that's... Yeah, that is a whole conversation about steroids. A whole
conversation about how we're admirers of the male physique.
That was a good Discord call. That was a good late night. That was a
great tweet. I don't think anybody. I don't think I got enough clout for my dunking on that person tweeting that because it was so funny. It was so funny. But that's okay because I don't need Twitter clout anymore.
Yeah. No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Do we want to get into that? What we did
what we did?
Everything?
Yeah. I deleted Twitter for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's kind of a huge deal that everyone should be reporting on.
Were people talking about it? Because I feel like they weren't.
I didn't see that many people talking about it.
I'm glad that they weren't. I only deleted it because I was like, it wasn't because of like a specific thing. Like people will say it's because of like the Moon Knight joke. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with anything. It was just like this app is designed to be toxic, and there are great people on that app. And like some of my best friends have been on that app, like Brian and Doug.
And that's it.
And that's no, and Mithi and like
what? Who?
But like,
I don't know.
But like just the app was like causing so much shit, and I was like, I can't even make jokes without like getting bullshit. So I was like, and I just wanted to leave, but I know that like knowing myself, I can't just delete the app and move on. I'm like, I'm addicted to it, so I had to like deactivate and like make it a bigger deal to me to come back, you know. Like to justify coming back with like value, you know. And so now that Troy Boy 17 account I think is just going to be promotion stuff and retweeting funny stuff, and that's about it, you know.
Yeah. And you came back spectacularly. I don't remember seeing it though.
I came back with the tease of next week's video. That's all it was.
That's all. There was nothing else on Twitter.
That's the only thing that's going to be. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's the way you express it is pretty cool because I feel like so many people quit Twitter for a specific reason of like, oh, this happened to me, I'm quitting Twitter. But I feel like, because PewDiePie, like a long time ago, quit Twitter and just has his Twitter account up. And he was like, there's just too much shit on here that I don't need.
Yeah.
And like, I think I need it. And so I flock towards it. But realistically, I don't need it. So I just need to remove that from myself, right?
Like this sounds very capitalist. But like to me, like consuming, the more stuff I consume, I need to be consuming stuff that can actually help me. Either as a creator or as like an individual or as like a friend, you know, and in some way it has to have a benefit to me versus like consuming like shitty clout tweets about fucking when Spider-Man is red. It's like, what is this doing for me? You know, I'm not getting anything. Plus it was like the 7th time I was getting like Twitter dunked on for like a joke that people like, because Twitter is designed in a way that is, I think, is completely counterintuitive. Where when you follow somebody, the idea is that you see their stuff, right? Yep. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And then people that don't follow you, unfortunately, they don't see your stuff.
But like, that doesn't happen anymore.
That's not how Twitter works. That's how Instagram works. I think that's how Facebook works. I don't know how Facebook works. I haven't used Facebook in like 10 years.
The Instagram will sometimes show you shit. I will say it's better than
Facebook. Twitter is better than Facebook in a million, but for like more like ethical reasons. But as a platform, the way it's designed, because Twitter will be like, oh, you don't follow this person? Here's a million of their tweets. This one person that you do follow, they liked one of their tweets. Do you want to like this tweet? Or like, oh, this is about a thing that we think you like, you know? And so it's like, when you tweet something that like is intentionally for your audience, you know, as you should be tweeting for your followers, not for random strangers, you know? It's like, there's the potential for random people to not know you, take you not out of context, but out of like emotional context of like understanding the person that you are, and then frame you as like an idiot or like a piece of shit or something like that, you know?
Yeah, and that's the reason Twitter and Facebook work so well, and I was talking about this with someone I know in data analytics, is it's extremely suggestive. That's the idea. Is it doesn't matter if you fail a suggestion at a user like a fucking billion times, as long as you get one right, it can recommend you another one in that path. Because there's a million fucking trees to go down. There's a million fucking rabbit holes. They just need to get you with one. And so their idea is just fucking spam shit at you to the point where it's like you'll just take something because it's something, and then you'll keep going down that rabbit hole. That's how topics work, I think. Because every time you go into trends, it like gives you those specific topics, and it will always give you those topics, and it will always give you those trends, which is why you see so many shitheads in your fucking timeline, even though you just want to see your friends' tweets.
Yeah, it's like you have to mute everybody that you don't follow essentially to get like what I would feed. And I think the reason they do that is because they know there's not enough content that they think is engaging enough. They want to keep you on the app as long as possible. They want to keep you on, then they want to get you addicted. I think I saw some stats that was like the Twitter user base is essentially capped. Like nobody's going, like nobody's really.
No one's going to join Twitter now. Yeah,
exactly. It's so they're trying to addict you by giving you the scrolling and by giving you just something to do, you know. And that I think was like the hardest part about quitting. About quitting. Because I was
You're about to tear up there. You were like,
I'm so emotional right now. Oh, it was this is my story. This is my overcoming addiction. But like that was the hardest part because it's like, fuck, now what do I do? Like if I'm just watching Superman and Lois, I want to watch Superman and Lois is good, so that's not a good example. If I'm watching like fuck, I don't want to call out any specific show. If I'm watching a show that's like, if I'm watching Family Feud, love Family Feud. My eyes are not glued to the fucking screen for Family Feud. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Steve. Yeah. Sorry, Steve Harvey. Don't mean to.
Steve Harvey is so pissed off right now, and he's going to ask you to become Catholic or whatever the fuck he does.
Steve, okay. Family Feud, Steve Harvey. I bumped my mic. Family Feud, Steve Harvey. Great. Love him.
Yep.
Outside Family Feud, terrifies me. I don't want anything to do with that guy.
He just turns into something
Nothing
else.
to do with that guy. He's horrifying. But like my eyes aren't glued to the screen. I just want something else to do because, you know, my Zoomer brain, even though I'm not a Zoomer, my fucking millennial Zoomer brain always has to multitask or always has to consume multiple things, you know, because my
fingers busy with some shit.
Yeah, and TikTok is almost that, but TikTok is audio and visual, so it's like. You can't,
which is why subtitles do so well on TikTok, because like if you're gonna listen to something else,
but it's like, but if you're missing the sound, it's like that's the whole joke for most things, you know.
That's
all my TikToks are funny. TikTok at the very least knows what I like.
TikTok,
except when it shows me MCU TikTok. I hate getting on MCU TikTok.
I've never had a good experience with TikTok, and I know that I just need to keep trying it. I don't know. YouTube Stories.
It's such a stupid system. It's a really stupid system. Most websites like Hulu will be like, "What do you like?" When you start your account, just click these boxes. What are your things? And then they'll show you that stuff.
And it's not perfect, but it'll guide you in the direction.
It could put you in a direction. Versus TikTok, it's like, okay, here you go, and then it shows you like 15-year-olds dancing. I'm like, I don't want this. Like, oh, wait, what is this? What's going on? Like, you know. And so you have to scroll until you find something funny, like it, and then follow that person. And keep, you know, it's like a slow build. And then you get like, okay, some of the most fun stuff I've seen on the internet has been on TikTok because of that specifically.
Yeah.
But then TikTok now thinks that I like Spider-Man, which, as we all know, I fucking hate Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the worst character.
No one likes Spider-Man. Yeah. Spider-Man is the worst character.
I've never met a Spider-Man fan in my life.
No. Yeah.
But like now I'm getting like it's because No Way Home is like huge on TikTok right now, which is kind of freaking me out. It's kind of causing me like anxiety about like shit. Oh no! Wait, what's gonna happen? Is Spider-Man gonna be like out of date pretty soon? Am I gonna is my career gonna be dead? Am I gonna have to transition to fucking like Euphoria content? I'd happily do that. I don't know if I want to talk about it because it's a lot.
What if you do a Euphoria rewrite?
Fanboy rewrites Euphoria. So Rue doesn't do drugs. That's for the start. You know, it's such a heartbreaking thing, and I think media needs to be uplifting and motivational.
And now it's sex education somehow? Just like the show changed?
Oh gosh, I need to watch Sex Education.
I was thinking about it. Seducation and Euphoria are actually very similar. When I think about it, so did it it's just Euphoria is. I think it started before. I think because Euphoria was 2019.
Sorry,
stop it. The fuck. I think Euphoria was 2019, right? I think Sex Education was 2017. Sex Education is just a lot more chipper, and Euphoria is just a lot harder.
Yeah, are they British in that show? Am I thinking of a different show? Okay.
Yes, they're British in that show.
That's too much for me.
That's too much for you. Yeah.
Whoa, that's too outlandish. I can't buy these characters.
Too outlandish. Yeah. No, I watched like a bit of season 2 and then all of season 3, and I thought it was fun, and that was it. And then like you can't do that with Euphoria. You can't just watch like a bit of it and go, okay.
You know me, just gonna hop into season 2, episode 2, Euphoria, randomly.
Just gonna
who's
watch
this young lady?
Scenes.
Oh, she's naked.
Okay, all right.
Oh no.
Did you see that thing that Sydney Sweeney said about Sam Levinson?
I did.
I understand it. I feel weird about it. I don't know.
Wait. Which one are you talking about?
The thing where she was like,
like
she was like, there was a scene where she was supposed to be naked, and then she was like, Sam, I don't think we should do that. And Sam was like, okay, all right.
I think that's like, I don't know. I'm a man, so it's like hard to say, but it's like, I think that's, granted, the bar is very low.
Yeah.
But that's so much better than so much of the industry, you know? I get but it's like, what else is there? I guess it's just a matter of like, you have to, I don't know. I could see the criticism of like, why did he write her naked in that scene in the first place? But like, he didn't know she would be comfortable with it. It's creation. Especially, I think, is a trial and error thing. You can't read the actors' minds all the time.
Especially when so many previous scenes in the other season are like kind of like, I don't know. Since that was established, I feel like maybe he just found himself writing it again.
Yeah, and I think
okay, now
like,
it's another
like,
thing.
If he like tried to push it on her, fuck that. But he didn't. Yeah. He was like, okay, yeah. It's like that's the most mature director I've seen I've heard from the industry. You know. Yeah. Sorry, not the most, but you know what I'm saying. Like that's a very like a thing that's not common at all. And if people are mad about that, it's like you're not paying attention to the industry, I think.
After Malcolm and Marie, I feel like people view Sam Levinson a certain way. Like if you understand what happened there with Malcolm and Marie.
I don't know.
And then
I didn't see that.
I don't understand all of it, but I kind of understand a little bit of it and a little bit of why people are pissed at him. That now he's just like, no, okay, Euphoria. Let me just focus on Euphoria and let me do Euphoria. And honestly, I respect him for that. Yeah. But yeah, it's. I think Marcel Rev has like the cinematographer, Marcel Rev. I think he has a lot of creative input that a lot of people are realizing.
I think
so much of the behind the scenes is
all the cast
collaborating.
Clearly does. You can. I mean, the fact that Hunter wrote that whole episode, which I have not seen because I'm too scared.
I need to see it
because it seems very emotionally. It seems like a lot that I'm not ready for. I love her. I love her to death. I've okay, this episode like it clicked with me with Jules. I was like, oh, I like her a lot now. Before I was like on the side of Rue, I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm kind of upset, and like I don't really know if I like this character. But like this one,
it's when they give her like fun stuff to do that isn't just I'm gonna get drunk and then be an asshole.
They gave her like character things aside from partying and fucking, you know.
Yeah. And like that whole conversation, it's like
I'm sure that episode did. I'm sure her special episode did that as well. And I just because I didn't see it, you know.
There's also they talked a lot in that behind the scenes about the aesthetic choice they decided to go with her from like this like baby doll girl kind of look to like more of a Kurt Cobain kind of like mixed sexual look. And it's like that's interesting because you're showing the character develop even though it's been like maybe a month or two.
Yeah, but like
still just with her getting more
developed a lot.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting visual style of storytelling that I've never paid attention to and shit like this, but Euphoria nails it for the most part.
It must be so weird to try and write for characters and then take a 2-year-long break and then try and write for them again. Because I think Euphoria came out earlier than I think you're saying. Because I remember, it was a good long while between season 1 and the special episodes, and then the special episodes in season 2. It was
like 2018.
I think 2018. Yeah, that makes more sense. I don't want to look it up.
I don't remember hearing about it in 2018, which is why I'm like.
When did Euphoria come out?
You're using the corporate device.
Corporate
shill device.
Yeah, you were 2019.
Right. Okay, I was right. Because I was like, I was freshman year 2018, and I don't remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I guess.
But I didn't hear about a lot of shit because I was too busy watching. I was too busy rewatching the Far From Home trailer and going, "Oh my god, that looks so cool!" Oh, that's what I was doing.
MCU shill right here.
I was an MCU. I was an MCU shill. Then I lost all of it, and then No Way Home.
No Way Home brought it back.
Sparked it back.
No Way Home, best movie ever made. Best movie.
But then the Hawkeye finale kind of toned it down. You know, of like, I'm an MCU shill, but like.
What sometimes. The fuck happened with the Hawkeye? I didn't watch it. Everybody was obsessed with it.
It was fine.
It was really close to being the new WandaVision, I feel like, in terms of like what
it was.
Like, it just always being like in the discourse.
up till episode 5, right? Because even Brian and I were talking about it.
Yeah, the fact that Brian was watching an MCU show means it had to have been pretty fucking good.
Episodes 3, 4, and 5 are like fucking near perfect. They're beautiful and they're perfect.
Question: is it possible to just watch those episodes? Because I tried. Yeah. I tried to watch the first episode. I was this is rough.
Just watch a recap. Weird. Okay. Just watch a recap. The first 2 episodes are the weakest episodes of the show. Okay. Then it's episode 6, and then it's like 3, 4, 5.
Because it's like I already like Clint. I already like him. He's like I don't like Jeremy Renner, but I like the character of Clint.
He's just charismatic, yeah.
Well, none of that. It's just like I like people with bow and arrows. I'm a very simple man, you know. Mm-hmm. You have a bow and arrow, I like you. Aloy, fuck yeah. Katniss, yeah, sure, why not? Meridia from Brave, yeah, my favorite Pixar character now. Merida. Who's Merida? Someone named Merida. I can't remember.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
My favorite Pixar character. I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm such a simple man.
Katniss
Everdeen. If they gave Superman a bow and arrow, I would be done for. I would be fucking done for.
What the fuck would Superman do with a bow and arrow?
I don't know, but it'd be sick.
I don't know, but I'm scared.
I don't know, but he'd probably be fucking rad about it. He'd I don't know. But yeah, Euphoria good. I like the new episode a lot. It was funny.
Yeah. Yep.
And because it was funny, it was my favorite episode. I like funny things. Because it wasn't scary. I could show clips to Olivia and be like, "Hey, look how funny it is."
Even the cow shit was like the
cow shit was hilarious. Oh my God.
It was funny. Yeah,
I loved it.
It was funny. Yeah. Everyone keeps talking about how those 2 actors for like young Cal and the young Derek should be
that
like
Cal
a Netflix
shit
thing.
No, that wasn't funny. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the other Cal shit.
No, I wasn't talking about.
That Cal shit was sad, but really sweet.
That was sad.
That was a great scene. Great scene.
It does help you really recontextualize Cal, but also I'm like he's still a piece of shit.
But it's also like not intentional. His piece of shit stuff that that a lot of the stuff he's done.
It does really help paint Nate as more. Yeah, it helps paint Nate as more of a piece of shit because like. All we know really of Nate's backstory is just like he was scarred and then like he's just become a piece of shit since that moment.
Yeah.
Whereas Cal, I feel like for the longest
time,
had
severe emotional trauma and like of being closeted and stuff like that. Like I think there's room to do a very, very mature and interesting story with him that I don't think like almost a redemption in a way. That I don't think people are gonna like. I don't think. No, sorry, not a redemption, because he's still a piece of shit. He sucks. But like, they could make him be like, I was closeted and it ruined my life, because I tried to shove it down, and like all this shit. It brought up a lot of toxic masculinity and it turned me into a horrible father. And like he tries to use that to actually help Nate. That could be super interesting. I think that would be like. That would be kind of what that relationship needs in terms of like just being shitty dad, shitty son,
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen season 1 in a long time. I haven't seen season 1 since it came out, so I don't remember much.
Season 1, the only thing though is like Cal did the shit in the first episode.
Yeah.
And like when you keep thinking of that, you're like, I can't think of these people the same. But I think that's the point, right?
Yeah, but also
that you see the evolution.
Yeah. Not to defend the piece of shit. He also didn't know. That's the whole point. Is that he was lied to. Still a horrible fucking thing to do, but like not intentionally doing that.
It was just him. Yeah, exactly.
And this show, that's the thing. This show is so nuanced with it. And there's stuff that's not that great. There's stuff that's not written like amazingly and shit. But it's
I think the Rue stuff, most of it's good.
I'm really interested in where they're going with the Rue stuff. I'm really excited.
After because the thing she does at the end of this episode where I'm like.
It made me very sad.
Oh no. Is she going to get fucking shot?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. No. But like the show is like, it like modern discourse really likes to like bad guy, good guy, black, white. Bad person. You can't this. It's like this show is like it's very from the get-go.
Everyone is
saying very clearly there are pieces of shit, but even them, and I like that. I like that it's
if there's a message to Euphoria, it's that everyone has a story, like regardless of how much of a piece of shit they are. Yeah. So I like that.
Yeah. The stuff with Lexi was fucking hilarious. That was the funniest thing the show's ever done.
Yeah. No, that was good.
I love that cutaway. Oh my God.
I'm going to sound like a basic Twitter bitch. I just want more of Lexi and Fesco. Yeah. And I think we're getting in this next episode.
Okay, but how old is he? How old is that character?
I thought he was 18.
I thought he was like 22.
Out, so he's 18.
I remember them saying that he was like old.
I thought he dropped out, so he was like 18.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
How old is she? She 16?
17?
I thought they were like sophomores.
I thought they were juniors or seniors.
I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're juniors now. I don't know.
It would be very weird because, like, I mean, Cassie isn't the same grade as all of them, right?
But Cassie's her younger sister.
Not Cassie, Maddie. Maddie is the same grade as all of them.
I think so.
And she is.
I don't. They don't go to fucking school. I don't see them in class. Yeah. Who's to say? All I know is they're in the bathroom together. All I know is they just. There's only one bathroom in that fucking school.
And they talk about Oklahoma.
They talk about that was the funniest. I love that.
Everyone knows about Oklahoma.
That was great.
I don't know about fucking Oklahoma.
You better be joking.
My musical did
Did you see that? It was like when my Uber driver's name is Joe King.
Yeah, bitch. It's the way that Alexa Demi delivers all her lines. Yeah. With like I'm here.
It has to be. I'm at the point where it's like it has to be intentional. She must be the greatest actress in the world because she's the most annoying fucking person, and I love her. I love watching her, but she's so
going
fucking
for
annoying.
It. Yeah,
and it's like, okay, you're the best actress on the planet then.
Yeah,
you know, because like everybody's an annoying high school girl on that show. Even fucking Rue is to an extent. I mean, she's just Zendaya, so she's like chill, but like everybody is like dramatic CW type shit, and like everybody sucks.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'll see like Olivia will be like, yeah, I watched this clip and she looked really annoying. I'm like, yeah. She's really cool, right?
Times like every single other character. Yeah. Put Tom Holland goatee in Euphoria. And
oh no,
Nate's gone. That's my favorite meme.
The only one I saw that was Alex's, where you put up Tom Welling. And I was like, I forgot.
That's good.
Forgot Alex was a Smallville guy. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good one, Alex. Yeah.
Yeah. Good on Alex for a lot of things. Very proud of him. Jason looks rad.
Jason looks awesome.
I read the script. It's great. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if I'm not allowed to say that. I might not be allowed to say that. Sorry, Alex.
You're not allowed to say that. Good. Alex going to fucking sniper
if I were to have read the script allegedly, it would be allegedly one of the best things I'd read in a long time. It's great.
Yeah. Because he keeps talking. It scares me. Because even through my scripting shit, which it's rough, but I'm getting there. And we did a camera test or a test shoot thing like last weekend. And I think it turned out really good compared to like a lot of other shit that I've done before. But like his scripting process, because I keep going into his lives when he talks about his scripting, he like drafts and redrafts like 20 fucking times. And I'm like, that's a lot.
I don't like what I've read of his stuff, because he sent me a good amount of his scripts. He doesn't go like we were talking about this last night. He doesn't go A to Z, A to Z, A to Z. He goes A to Z and then B, and C, then D. Little, he goes like a little bit, and that's redrafting essentially.
Yeah,
it's like, it's I don't.
In the back of my head, it just scares me.
Rewrites their script 20 times from scratch. I commend them a lot, but also how do you remember what happens?
Yeah,
that's my thing. I don't remember.
You
things.
have to have at that point, you have to have the best understanding of the story more than like any other person that's like ever gonna even watch it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but
you do anything else? Did you watch Superman and Lois?
I did watch Superman and Lois.
Banger episode.
This show is getting pretty good.
It's been
the second episode wasn't amazing, but like the third episode was okay. I'm really into it. We go.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil the thing. Because like
I didn't call that.
I did not. Nobody called it. You know why? Because they fucking lied to us.
They lied. They lied.
They did it again. They tricked us. They did it last season too. Remember?
What did they do it last season?
They did with Lex. They were like, "Oh yeah, this is Lex Luthor," and he turns out to be fucking John Henry Irons.
That's right. Yeah.
They tricked us. Right. It was great.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and they're doing it. That is a character.
Are they gonna do that every season? Brainiac's gonna show up and they're gonna be like, "It's Mongol."
Surprise, no, it's Rogolzar or some shit. Yeah.
No, it's gonna be Mongol shows up, and then they're gonna be like, "Actually, no, it's Brainiac." We just gonna put 3 dots on him now.
I think I'm actually really into if they were to keep being like, here's a big villain that you think you know, and then it's a surprise. It's a villain that you have no or it's a character, because John Henry Irons is not a villain. It's a character that's like you don't know him or has not really been represented right. Like it's really like fucking. It's gonna be like it's Brainiac, surprise, it's Mongol, or surprise, it's Mr. Mixospitlick.
The show is doing a thing that's like, I want to call it the reverse Spectacular, because Spectacular does a thing where it takes the comic stories and it fits it into its own little narrative.
Yeah.
Whereas Superman and Lois is doing the thing where it does their own narrative,
and they fit
and
their
then
own
they fit into
stuff,
story into that. So I kind of like that.
Yeah, I think what's so fresh about the show is that it's like, yeah, we've had Superman Dad in books. We had, the Tomasi Gleason run, which is great. That's one of my favorite Superman runs ever. But he never parented a 15-year-old, and he never parented 2. You know, so it's like it's a fresh and then one having powers and one not. Like it's such a dynamic that's like, this is never done, and so the writers don't have like because like the Flash. What is the plot of the Flash? Barry Allen fights a villain. That's the plot of every fucking Barry Allen comic on the planet. You know, so it's like okay, they and it's you don't want to pull from source material too much because writers want to write. Writers don't want to copy and paste some existing storyline. Yeah. Unless when it's easy and bad.
Which is the Flash for the most part.
Oh wow, you said it, not me.
I love seasons 1, 2, and sometimes 3 to death. I can say the show is shit. I think I have permission.
I don't care. I kind of dug season 6. Right? Yeah, I dug season 6. I don't care.
I thought it devolved
when the
into
new
shit.
showrunner hopped on, I was like, okay, this is a new direction. I like this. It's fresh. It's new. It's fun.
It started off cool, and then after a while, I'm like, this is.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this, but I think it's just the cast was too much, and did they fix that? Is the cast gone?
Kind of, little.
All right. Well,
Armageddon was good, but it wasn't great. It was like fine. It didn't feel like anything.
I don't know what that
just felt like
I don't know what you're talking about.
The new season of The Flash where he had to like fight someone.
Oh, is it the Despero stuff?
Despero stuff.
Yeah. I saw the set pics of him. I was like, whoa.
It's fine. It's.
But yeah, no, Superman Lois was really good. Really digging it. The John plot line is interesting.
Yeah,
that's a way. I don't know. They could go a lot of ways with that, and one would not interest me.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about like that?
The ending scene with John, where he's like, "Can you give me
some?" That John. Yeah. I was thinking John Henry Irons, so I was like, "Huh?"
That's fair. Yeah, that's valid. That's a valid mistake.
That is a valid mistake.
Yeah, the John Henry Irons stuff. I'm really excited because hopefully he gets a better fucking costume.
Yeah,
I hate that suit. That suit is ugly.
It's kind of
that is a fucking Master Chief costume. It works as a Lex Luthor thing, not as Steel.
Give him a Superman symbol. Give him
I mean, it had a fucking hole in the chest.
Yeah. The John stuff is interesting.
There's a lot of emphasis on the symbol this season, which is really interesting.
Yeah,
like the villain that they revealed, which like the way that the way they did the logo at the end of the episode, the best. I fucking love that.
Yeah, because it's just subtle enough.
It's like because then people pirating are like, and who don't know. Are like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's funny.
But like there's the DoD's people, and Clark is like, they don't have a right to wear that symbol. And then like they've got the whole thing with Steel. It's like I think they're gonna like do something interesting with like that narrative about the.
I think they're gonna do that with John too when he gets the symbol. There might be something interesting there of like, am I allowed to wear it? I don't know.
I think we need to establish John Henry.
Versus John Irons. Yeah. But yeah, the John Kent. He's gonna be in Euphoria now. He's gonna start doing drugs.
I hope they don't give him powers with it. That would be lame.
That's what I think they're gonna do. That's what I think they're gonna do.
That's such a CW thing, man.
Right? Like, yeah, I know.
Like Cisco was great character until he started having fucking powers and like coming out in the field and doing things. You know?
Yeah. He was fine. Even his powers in season 2 are fine. It's just in season 3 where
that's all they were.
Yeah, it's just visions, and then it was like, I'm gonna do the thing with the thing, and then do dance moves, and it's like,
exactly. Right. It's just like, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think the more stuff we do, the more people we give powers. It's like, okay, what are we gonna fucking give Lois powers now? That's not.
They're gonna do that. And especially they're gonna do an All-Star Superman.
And I could see them doing one episode of it. You know, they did it in Smallville. They did it in fucking All-Star, and they did it in a bunch of things. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I just like John is so interesting to me as a character because he doesn't have powers, and it doesn't. It's like it's.
He never seems like he wants powers. That's the other thing too.
But it's like the only thing that I could understand is like, okay, John in the comics has powers. Why are we not? But that's more so just because they named this guy John. If they'd swapped the names, it would be fucking perfectly fine. I think. Yeah. You know.
Yep.
But like, it's like Lois is not any less important because she doesn't have powers. Lois is arguably more important because she doesn't it, you know? And it's like John, I think, is the same thing. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I think with John,
he's this tie to the high school life stuff that if you give him powers and have him start throwing buses around or some shit, or showing up to fight a bad guy, aside from that one time he hit Steel with the car, it was great.
I want it to be like it seems kind of Harry Osborn-y, right? Where he's not like Harry Osborn. He's a much nicer guy, but like I feel like they're going that direction. Yeah, where he becomes the Green. He becomes a Hobgoblin, Superman versus the Hobgoblin, and
Superman
then he just morphs into Ned Leeds. Yeah, exactly. But I can see them doing something where he has powers and then they just completely get rid of it. I don't feel like because like it's kind of what they did with Wally, I guess, right?
Yeah,
where he touches the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, but he had powers permanently there. He was Kid Flash, you know.
Yeah, after that he did, which is why. Are they going to do that with him in this?
I can maybe see them doing this thing where they are basically where he's. Like, what if he wants XK? Not this fucking. What if he wants the drug to get powers or to get stronger and shit, and then like it's like an arc, and he's like, I don't need powers, you know? It's essentially it's essentially saying, hey, all you people that thought John was gonna get powers, he's not, and we're finalizing that. You know?
I like that. I like that a lot. Actually, that has potential.
I could see them doing that, and that would be really interesting. Yeah. Show's good though. Show's really good.
Yeah, show's good.
I did not watch Naomi this week. Nope.
I have not watched it from the beginning.
It was too much for me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
I watched the first like 30 seconds after Superman and Lois, I think last week.
It's such a whiplash. It's such a whiplash quality.
What's going on?
It's not confused. As bad as last year or last season of Superman and Lois, where it was like SNL to Superman Lois to the Flash, where it was like, whoa, because this is like accidentally bad, it's just like it's heartbreakingly bad. Yeah. Versus Naomi is like, okay, I can tell the budget's not here, but they're trying, you know. Yeah. But yeah. Peacemaker good though.
Peacemaker Peacemaker's good.
Peacemaker might be like one of my favorite comic book shows.
Really?
It's getting
That's
up there.
strong.
I'll need to finish it, but like it's on the level of like Doom Patrol and Daredevil for me right now.
It has Invincible-y vibes, I think, which I think because it's comedic, but then there is a deeper heart to it.
Yeah.
It just depends on them not fumbling the bag for the next couple episodes. Which it's James Gunn. I don't think they will.
No, absolutely not. Has he done a show before?
No, I don't think
so. That's if anything, that's the only thing that would concern me, just because he doesn't have. But like, I'm sure he's surrounding himself with people that do have the experience. And he's smart enough to listen to them.
Yeah, he's getting individual director. He's not directing everything. If he was directing everything, that'd be different. Yeah, exactly. He's getting other people to direct. So.
Yeah, so I mean, I have really high hopes for this. Like it's, and I've been revisiting the Suicide Squad just like I've been watching like videos about it and just like kind of thinking about it. That movie was so fucking good. That movie's like the best movie ever. I put an eBay bid on the Steelbook. Because I was like, fuck, I need it. It's the best movie. And it's like, not just because of Pete, and obviously because Pete helps, but it's like, oh my God, this movie's fucking perfect. Like, I think it's the best. I like it more than Shazam now, I think. I need to redo my Letterboxd.
I think that's a valid argument,
It felt weird to say that. It always feels weird to be like, oh, it's my favorite movie ever, right when a movie comes out. Like a certain someone was doing with No Way Home.
I don't know who you're talking about at all. I say embrace it.
I'm kidding. Everybody, it was a joke. It was a prank.
If you feel that way, just fucking say it and then say you were wrong. Like,
that's
a
fair.
Year later,
that's fair. You know? But it's when people will still defend it like 3 years down the road, it's because they hadn't seen it since they first watched it. Yeah, the people that saw Avengers Endgame one time.
Or and like, then only during opening weekend. Saying it that it's their favorite movie in the world.
Like my favorite response to anything is when someone will say, this is the best movie ever. Because it's a fucking saying something like the Suicide Squad might be my favorite comic book movie, or Spider-Verse might be my favorite comic book movie, and then a comment will always, and I mean always be Avengers Endgame exists.
Yeah.
And it's like Avengers Endgame's good. It's a fine movie. I don't like the first half, but that second half is like banger if you're a fan, and even banger if you're not. It's like it's very hype and fun and cool. Aside from like two things. Aside from the women empowerment shot that's aged really bad. Yeah, it's aged terribly.
Yeah. Now I think about it. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. A-Force. I don't know if it's A-Force actually stands for anti-vaccine force.
Yeah.
Did other people make that joke?
I think I saw someone make that joke.
I thought it was original. I'd like legit came up with that on my own. God damn it.
No, you can claim originality.
It's mine. It's mine. I'm gonna NFT.
You know, it's funny because when the pandemic started, Evangeline Lilly was saying like some anti like mask shit, but then Disney helped her. Disney helped her brush it all under the radar. Yeah. And I don't know what the fuck happened now, but she's just bringing it all like fucking tenfold back. So I don't know.
It's just insane to me. I'm like so.
It's funny. It's funny to me because it's like you have one of the best jobs in the entire world. You have the most secure job in the world
too. Like acting is. I'm gonna say acting is a creative job because it is. You know, some people will say it's not, and the people that say it's not are
it's relatively
have never been
creative
actors.
Job.
Don't. Yeah, it's an artistic thing. It's most artistic and creative jobs you do not have that kind of job security for. But if you're cast in a Marvel thing, you are set for like $10 billion a year for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, you're good. So it's like, why are you trying to, I guess that just shows how good those contracts are if they can't fire them over stuff. Yeah. Same with Letitia Wright. Like, those things are all like ironclad.
Yeah.
But, oof.
That's a lot of fun to look at that.
A lot of fun. Really excited for Ant-Man 3. Yeah. Because now there's two things that make it awkward. Because her and then the recasting.
The recast. Yeah.
And I like that new actress too. I really love her.
You do?
Like,
because she's in Freaky, right?
She's in Freaky and she's Detective Pikachu. Those are the things I know her from. And she's amazing in those. She's so much fun. Yeah. But like... It sucks. I feel bad for that old actress.
The best Ant-Man scene in any movie ever was the Endgame scene.
Yeah, no, for
real.
Where
he hugs her daughter.
Yeah.
And now that's just gone now, I guess. I mean, it's not gone, but it's like,
recasting isn't a problem. I have no issue with recasting. My issue is that, like, they told that girl that she was going to be the character. They said, hey, this is your... She thought she was signing on for a Marvel job that had the job security, and it turned out she didn't, and that really sucks.
And the fact that they didn't be upfront with her about that is
for someone that's already like
weird.
Relatively famous, you know, she's already successful. She's got multiple blockbusters under her.
Give her fucking another thing, you know.
Make her fucking Black Cat or something instead, or Gwen.
I could actually see that maybe.
Like, I don't know. Oh wait, that's another Marvel thing. Wait, I just realized. Fuck. Spider-Man stuff at this new Spider-Man trilogy does not feel like the MCU at all to me. I don't know why. There's something about it. I think just because the way it ended.
It's the way it ended, and it's like it's there in a subtle way in case they need to do some shit they can.
Yeah,
it's like everyone forgot, like so he's in his trilogy
own. That they can. It like the same way Homecoming was more of a Sony movie than a Marvel movie, but Far From Home felt more like a Marvel movie than a Sony movie. I could see them doing I could see them going more in and No Way Home was also more of a Sony movie than a Marvel movie for a lot of it.
Yep.
I could see them going in the direction of Homecoming and No Way Home more so over Far From Home now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't talk about Spider-Man anymore. I'm over Spider-Man.
Yeah. I don't know who that is, actually. I only talk about Jimmy Olsen and the bullet that's about to go into his fucking skull.
Yeah.
That I'm protecting him from right here.
Genius, yeah. Do anything else?
What else did I do? I watched All-Star Superman. I told you that.
Yeah, we
talked
about that.
Movie.
I'm not a fan of that anime. It's fine. It's just the book is so good.
I expected it to be better. Just knowing what All-Star Superman was to so many people, I'm like, this should be better. Well, it's not.
It's okay. It's not as bad as this because it's not. But it's a similar thing with The Killing Joke. Not the first half of The Killing Joke. That's disgustingly terrible. But the second half that like actually adapts the book, like. Because even that second half, it's a fine adaptation. But when you adapt a comic into a movie, you lose certain things. Some books can be done that way, depending on the writer. But Alan Moore and Grant Morrison, no. They are very tough to because it's like that's just the way that the
way it's written. It's just it seems weird when that dialogue is delivered. Yeah,
and it's like
I think certain
scenes in the All-Star movie work really really well. Like the prison scene, I think is great, but it's got fucking nothing on the book version of that. Just because the way
so
the
much
book
of the
frames
joke.
Things.
The Joker dialogue, and I love Mark Hamill, but the Joker dialogue in The Killing Joke is, I think, the best example of that to me. Of like. You can't take that out of the comic. It just sounds weird when you're listening to Mark Hamill.
For me, the thing that like really solidified that, like, I love The Killing Joke. I know it's been kind of co-opted by like a lot of idiots, but like it's a great book. It's got some issues, but like it's a very well written book and like it's a goodie. We like it, you know.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok that was like, I like Star Wars, but not in like a millennial Disney adult kind of way, but in like a stoner 70s space kind of way. And I was like, yeah, that's why I like Star Wars.
That's fair. Yeah.
It's the same way with Killing Joke. I like it because it deconstructs the characters in more nuanced ways than we're used to and shit. But the scene where like he's coming out of the acid and he like looks at himself and he sees that he's been all jokerized and shit.
Yeah. Yep.
The comics have that. We've talked about this before. Comics have the control of time that the writer can give you, you know, by spacing out images bigger and shit. And then the reader can control pacing in a way that's like what they think is the most satisfying.
Yeah.
So like you see panel, you know, you read it in your own personal way. And so with the Joker, it like the book it feels like this very slow buildup. It's this kind of long drawn out thing and very like harsh and emotional and like very serious, versus the movie. It's just like, oh, the picture. It's like very evenly paced out. It's like, okay, that doesn't capture that feeling.
The panels aren't resized because you can't do that really.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than maybe speed adjustment, but that's still not the same.
Yeah. And then on top of the fact that movie, like the art style, like
it doesn't do anything.
The art style for me, it was the colors. It didn't have those colors. That was just
yeah. It's not as strikingly contrasted. It's
and I feel relatively the same way about the All-Star movie. It's not as bad, but like. It's just like if you want to experience All-Star, you kind of have to read the book. There's no way you can do it. You know, it's not like and there's certain books that you can just watch the movie. Like Under the Red Hood is far better as a movie, but All-Star and Killing Joke and things like that.
Do you think the Long Halloween movies are better? That's an argument that I've been thinking about a lot recently.
I think
the second one is better.
I think they are. I think in the way that supporting the Long Halloween movie, you are supporting Jeff Loeb less. Is better versus buying the book.
But that irrelevant for a second. The stories themselves. Yeah. I feel like the first one is not as good, but the second one is better.
I think the ending is a little bit more clear in the movie. Not a little bit. It is a lot more. It's a lot more clear because they explain it. I don't know. I would need to reread Long Halloween because I haven't read it in forever.
I love the Long Halloween because I reread it I want to say a year ago. So it's been a while. But I remember reading it and going, I get it, and it's fine. I feel like The Dark Knight takes these concepts and just does it a lot fucking better.
Yeah, because if The Dark Knight was a Long Halloween direct adaptation, it would not have worked as well. But because it's taking aspects, you know.
And it's taking that, and it's taking Killing Joke, and then it's taking a couple other like Batman things, and it's saying, here you go. And I think that it works a lot better for the story. And the movie doesn't do exactly that. But at least the movie focuses on a bunch of other shit at the same time that isn't just Harvey and his wife.
Yeah.
Like I want to focus on other characters more, and I think that's
fair. Yeah.
I think the movie does a better job with that. Yeah. And I kind of like I think I like the movies more. The only problem with the movies and the only problem with any of the new DC animated stuff is it's so fucking slow. Jesus,
it's really slow. I don't think it needed to be 2 parts.
They don't know how to L cut. They don't ever L cut J cut a scene. Yeah. Ever. In like anything, it's always like the Flash says something, 2 seconds of break, 2 seconds of break for the Green Arrow.
Well,
and then
I feel like that's because they wanted to have 2 parts, but they were like the book is not long enough for 2 2-hour movies. It's just long enough for 2 barely 90-minute movies. Yep. You know, that they really stretched it to 90. I bet you if you cut out that dead space and you edit it a little bit tighter, you could just make it like a 2.5. You could probably do a 2-hour movie with just the 2 of them combined. Yeah, or 2.5 probably. I could say but
probably. Yeah. I think, but then the problem is all the other movies have that problem too. Superman: Man of Tomorrow is a good movie. It has the same problem. Yeah. The Flash Justice Society movie, it's not that good.
Oh really? Fuck. I heard it's good.
I think some other people like it more than I do.
Black Canary's in it. I thought it was fuck. I'm such a shill. I'm only gonna watch it for her.
You should watch it.
Granted, it is not my girl; it's her mom. But I don't care. Yeah, I'll take what I can get.
She screams loud and shit, and you get to watch her scream loud.
Fun fact: Dinah Drake actually doesn't have the canary cry. That's not a Dinah Drake thing.
So she just is like a martial artist, and that's it.
Yeah, she's just a woman superhero. That's all they were.
That's that's kind of cool. You know what?
Dinah Lance got the canary cry in JLA 75. I know these facts.
Yeah, because you're a nerd.
I'm a fucking nerd who likes like 3 characters.
Nerd. Meanwhile, I'm the real fan who likes these versions of the character.
Yep, we love Zach's Jimmy Olsen.
This is my favorite Jimmy
I need to
Olsen.
read Jimmy Olsen so bad. Maybe I'll do that. No, I need to finish this video. Fuck.
Watch the two Jimmy videos.
Yeah, watch Doug and Cole's videos. They're really good.
Yeah, they're very, amazing. Very and I voice Jimmy Olsen in them, and I do a fine job.
You do a good job. They're pretty good.
I think I do a fine job.
But yeah, you do. Wait, so I played some fucking games, which I'll go into. But like, if you didn't,
I played Fortnite, and I have the symbiote suit.
I don't believe you. But you don't.
I know you don't believe
have Green Goblin.
I don't have Green Goblin because I don't want to waste my fucking V-Bucks. I don't want to waste my V-Bucks.
Like, you don't have the glider with the big fat dump truck.
Okay, but it sucks though. The skin sucks.
I think the skin's fine. I'm kind of
no, it doesn't. It sucks. The helmet's cool, and that's it. That's my hot take.
I think it's fine.
It's
Green Goblin is a really hard design to do, so it's like at least they didn't fucking like make him Ultimate Green Goblin where he's like a Hulk monster
demon. Yeah, that when he's like, what's the fucking demon from what's the demon from DC magic shit?
Oh, Etrigan.
Etrigan.
Yeah, he looks like Etrigan. Yeah,
he just looks like Etrigan.
There's like an issue where Ultimate Green Goblin is great because he's like small and he's like on a glider and has a hood, but then they just abandon it at the end of that arc.
Wait, which Ultimate Spider-Man one is this?
It's really early. It's like the first arc or something. Or the first arc with Norman. Like he's in the background and it's only like concept art where that picture where you find like the design.
Oh, not like an actual thing in the comic, just like a background design thing.
It's like Norman was Green Goblin, but he didn't take the serum as much as he did when he turned all big Green Goblin. So he just turned. So he was like the. So he just turned. So into he was the Green Goblin. No, Jack. He was the Green Goblin.
Was he the Green Goblin before Spider-Man? Is that what you're
think so.
trying to...
I believe so.
Really? Yeah. I didn't know that. I
don't remember the timeline of it. I don't know if that's what that was saying, but it's. I just remember an issue where Green Goblin was wearing a tattered hood and was really cool, and he wasn't big Hulk monster, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool look. That's all I know.
Oh,
yeah, okay. That's all I remember.
If I'll find it later, I'll look into it. But yeah. I'm trying to think of what else happened. That we did.
Yeah. I'm kind of behind on books.
I mean, we read comics. Have you read the Mary Jane?
No,
Black
I want to really bad. I'm sure, if I have time tonight, I will. I played Outer Wilds. I finished Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
That's the best game ever made. That's a fantastic game. I'm in love with that game. Yeah. It's so good. Yeah. The ending is the best. No. The ending is incredible. Like, holy shit. You've
been saying a lot of good shit about it. I caught up with DC Vampires. That's another thing.
That's a book I need to read this one.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. It's good. I like it because it's like Batman and Green Arrow, and I'm excited because that's cool. You know?
Yeah, I just love the idea of that book. It's so fun. It's so much.
Because it's like. Because fucking the Batman show wouldn't have done it because you don't want to see Batman fight all of the other League members a lot.
But
it's
more in line with that than it is with like most other Batman stuff. What the fuck is going on with my hair?
Yeah.
Like, there's just this little piece that just decided it just wanted to.
You're giving yourself the fucking The Shining haircut that the girls in The Shining have.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hope you know that. Yeah, I need to read. I'm so behind on most comics. Like it's
I mean, I don't read shit, but I'm just excited for Dark Knight Steel.
That's a good book.
A few days.
That's a good book. Love that book.
Yep.
I've been playing Pokemon. I got the new Pokemon.
Yeah, how's that?
It's really fucking good. It's like really great. I'm like really loving it.
I see weird takes on Twitter about it, and I don't know anything about it, so I need someone else to give me context.
It's Breath of the Wild's more Monster Hunter actually, where you go and you just throw Pokeballs at things and you catch them. Like they evolve. They've evolved the like gameplay loop in a way that's so fresh, and it's like because I'm gonna go crazy here. I liked Let's Go. I like Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Like
I don't know what this is.
That was a remake of the first games, but like HD and stuff. But instead of battling, except for you would battle trainers still, but to catch wild things, you didn't battle them. You just did a Pokemon Go and you just threw the Pokeball at it. And like motion controls. It was lame. I recognize that it was lame, but I really liked not having to fight. You know?
Yeah. Was that for the Wii U or something?
No, it was for Switch. It came out like 2 years
ago. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Not that early. Okay.
Yeah. I enjoyed it and stuff. And like this is kind of that same energy where it's like you don't have to fight at all. You could just stealth throw a ball and like catch the thing. Because the whole point is you're not like training to get gyms to be the best trainer in the world. All you're trying to do is just catch Pokemon.
I feel like Pokemon shit is successful when it's not the most intensive experience in the world, right?
And like, granted, I feel like, but it gets kind of it gets scary. This is like the hardest game they've made in a long time.
Okay.
Like it's all like because the other games have been they've been very handholdy and very easy. But this one, because you have so much freedom, you can accidentally just walk right into something that you are not ready to deal with at all, and you could just get like one-shotted.
Yeah, that sounds like. I was gonna wait. What game does it?
Breath of the Wild does that too.
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls kind of does it, but Dark Souls everything. You know,
everything is hard.
It's a little Dark Soulsy in that like when you die you lose your stuff, but it's not very dark. I wouldn't call it Dark Souls. You have a roll. Yeah. Actually, the boss fights are kind of Dark Soulsy in that you just roll away from things.
Yeah.
Okay. It's an ugly game. That's all I'll say. It's a really good game that I really like. It's fucking ugly.
Isn't like anime, right?
It's like really they try to do the Breath of the Wild like paintbrush aesthetic, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it's like, boy, they don't have. Clearly, they have the money. They have the money to do this, but they didn't know.
Because they're Nintendo.
Well, because Game Freak. It's not even Nintendo. It said it's fucking Pokemon.
Oh,
yeah. Pokemon. Pokemon is the biggest franchise in the world. Yeah. That's insane to me. Like we just don't even think about it. It's huge.
Because we think about Marvel and DC and Star Wars and
like it's bigger than Disney.
And this guy.
And that guy, And that guy, KJ Beast.
This is not KJ
That's KJ Beast. I'm pretty sure.
No, this guy dies.
That's the guy.
KJ Beast is the white guy.
I literally can't see. Is that guy not white? I thought he just had a beard.
This guy's the black guy.
Oh, I thought he had a beard. Sorry, I couldn't see.
And then Superman. Oh, yeah, good job.
I thought it was the lighting.
Racial profiling.
You know me.
Another classic. I'm gonna be the fucking Sarah. What's her name? And you're gonna be Colin Jost.
Please don't call me Colin Jost. I'm good. But no, Pokemon good. I like it. Having fun. I shouldn't have gotten it though. I shouldn't have gotten it yet until I finished the video.
Yeah,
because I'm really
and
close.
Now you have something to do to distract yourself.
And
the video's looking good.
But
the video is looking
good. Like 3 days.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, the video is looking good. That's all I'll say.
Thank you. So, patrons can watch the A-roll for $6 if they want to see it early. Yeah. And all you quote tweets on Twitter, the 8 quote tweets I saw, I didn't read them. I'm not looking at those.
Can I be honest? I went to go to that tweet and clicked on them. I can't see any of them.
They're all private. They must all be private. That's insane.
Who the fuck are they? These people? What's it? Why? Where are they?
I don't.
Who are you?
Like I'm so like that's also part of why I just decided I don't want to use that Twitter account anymore because it's like I just have random reply guys now.
Who the fuck are
private
they?
And must hate me.
Yeah, because like sometimes Twitter glitches out, but it was like. Are all of them
or private? Unless if they blocked you or muted, you have them muted.
That's what but I used other accounts.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to stop using the Fanboy Talk account.
Yeah, just use the Fanboy Talk account to just make jokes and then blame me. Make a really shitty fucking take. That's the new goal. I'm
gonna put the Moon Knight joke on there.
Oh yeah. Put all your shitty fucking takes on there and just blame me.
Yeah,
and then I'll get followers.
Because also we need followers on that account. That'd be fun.
We do.
But not as much as we need YouTube subscribers. This is our poll to get YouTube subscribers because we need money.
If you're listening on Spotify or if you're listening on iTunes, go to our YouTube and hit the subscribe button 3 times. Not once, not twice. 3 times.
Or just,
so it's like
you could hit it once. You could just hit it once.
You could also just hit it once. Yeah. But if you're being extra, we'll give you a cookie if you hit it 3 times. That is not...
We can't afford that. We can't afford to feed our...
Once we get monetized, we can.
No, we can't. You understand how much little money you make when you get monetized? No, but for real, like right. I also feel like YouTube is better about YouTube sucks at notifying people, but I feel like YouTube is better about notifying people than like Spotify is. Because like I follow a ton of podcasts on Spotify. I have never once got a notification about them.
Yeah. You know? Plus, I want to start like community posting on this channel too, because that'd be fun to just like do dumb shit on this.
Who's to say? Yeah. Maybe that's where I'll put all my tweets, put all my takes.
Yeah, it's just doing community posts. Yeah. But yeah, subscribe, please. Thank you.
Subscribe, yeah. Anything else? Anything else that we want to talk about?
Anything else that we did? I'm trying to think of what else that we did. I guess. Do we want to talk about the Moon Knight trailer? I don't
have anything to say. I think it looks cool. I think it looks sick. That's really all I have to say. Oscar Isaac's accent's really silly, but like I think it looks really good. You know,
I hope he's not like overacting. I know that's not like he's professional. He knows what he's doing. But like there are scenes and bits in that where I'm like, I don't need you to go like. I mean, I guess you're a crazy person, right? And that's the point. you're going really crazy. And
yeah,
I guess
there were a couple
point,
shots. Oh, this is gonna sound bad. I need to preface this by saying I think the trailer looks great. You know.
Yeah.
Marvel's Batman looks awesome. Okay, no, but I made that joke because it was very obviously not Marvel's Batman.
No,
the trailer is nothing like Batman, and that's sick. I love that.
Yeah, it feels like more schizophrenia, I guess.
Yeah,
is my camera frozen?
Yes, it is. Fuck? Look at you.
Why is my camera frozen? Jerry, there we go.
Jerry, Kramer,
why is my camera frozen?
What happened to my camera?
Yeah,
what did you do?
I was protecting Jimmy.
I haven't watched Seinfeld in like a month because I'm not living with it because I'm still back home. Ugh, I miss him.
Yeah,
but no, the trailer. There were a couple shots. Just the daytime stuff. I was like, this. I need to watch my wording here, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'm just gonna say the worst possible thing I can say. This looks a little like the Uncharted movie. Just that one shot. It was really just the one shot where he was falling. It was a really cool shot.
Oh,
where he was falling down. I was like, this looks like
he looks like
Nathan Drake.
It looks unfinished.
Granted,
that shot
Oscar Isaac would be a great Nathan Drake.
Oscar Isaac would be a great Nathan.
That movie's.
I was watching really more Uncharted trailers. You know what I think the Uncharted movie is going to be? And I say Christian gets pissed off every time I say this because he's such a fan of the games. Which, go play your children's games.
The games are great. Wait, fuck you. The games.
I know.
Wait, what are you talking? Wait, what game? Uncharted games?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Uncharted games are like the best.
Listen, I'm just joking. I'm just joshing. I'm just fooling.
You play Fortnite.
I do play Fortnite. This is why I'm joshing and fooling. The Uncharted movie is gonna be so mediocre that I'm not gonna care. It's gonna be like not terrible, and it's not gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so middle of the road that if you're a fan, it's gonna suck shit. But if you're a normal going audience, it's gonna be just Venom, but it's not gonna make as much money because there's not a goopy alien in it. You know?
I think that's my prediction. What if this turns out like a No Way Home situation where we're talking about how much it's going to be terrible and then it turns out to be like really good?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Even if it's good, I'm going to lie. If it's good, I'm going to lie.
I know. The fact that I think it looks... Okay. I feel like I said this last time. The fact that they released a whole scene is a bad sign. Because it's like they could have just released a trailer again. But no, they were like, this whole scene is the only thing people are going to care about.
Yeah, so they just released all the.
And I mean, I'm kind of coming around a little bit to the idea of Tom as Nathan. It's a little weird. He's young, but it's like, okay, he can do it.
It's better than Mark as Sully, right?
Way better. Well, because that's the thing. This is the insane thing. I don't know if you because I was a big Uncharted fan back in like late middle school.
I've only watched the cutscenes from like half of 4. I'm not an Uncharted fan.
Bad person. I should. You're a.
I want to. When I get a PS4/PS5.
Guess what? Guess what? You can just get PS Now and do it now. Just saying.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah, I think it's on PS Now. I don't know, but like this movie has been in quote unquote development for like 10 years.
Yeah,
Mark Wahlberg was gonna play Drake. He was that's why he's involved, and then he got too old, and they were like, fuck. Well, you're signed on for a contract. Do you want to play Sully? He was like, yeah, sure, fine. And then they were like, hey, didn't you also commit like a hate crime? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Punch.
Yeah, it's that movie, boy.
I think the movie is gonna be because the action looks fine. Like Tom Holland's clearly doing all of his stunts, and like he's put in the work, putting hours, and he's taking what's his. So like good for him for following the Rock's mantra. Thanks for cringing actively while I say this entire piece.
I need to like meditate. I need to like calm down. That was like a lot of rage that just went through me for like way too short of a time.
You let it pass into
it just went, like I was the angriest I had ever been for the shortest amount of time possible.
I can do that to people. I do that to people. I've noticed. But yeah, I think it's gonna be fine because Tom's like a good enough actor to the point where it's gonna be like, okay, all right, whatever, and that's it. That's what I think.
I think the Uncharted games are hugely successful, so it's like it's not gonna like ruin the reputation of those games.
No, yeah.
But I do think it might have a weird impact on certain. I don't know. I just like what's weird.
Doing the movie?
What's really this is theaters only, right?
Yes. Yeah.
This is like. I'm not gonna go fucking see this in theaters. There's no fucking way.
No,
I'm not gonna fucking risk my life to see Uncharted.
Fans are not gonna go see this. Yeah,
like Spider-Man was. I only went to see Spider-Man because it was my fucking job, You know, like and I'm only gonna see the Batman because the Batman looks amazing, and also because it's my job. Like I can't fathom somebody saying, let's sit in a secluded area surrounded by many people in the dark where nobody's wearing masks because no theaters require it, and with no airflow, see Uncharted.
Why don't we both go see it Thursday night and then instantly do a spoiler talk on it? 2 hours.
I can guarantee, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, if we went and saw it opening night, it would be an empty theater. Nobody would fucking be there.
Yeah, no, not a lot.
It would be the people that are trying to be YouTubers who go. That's it.
Yeah, people who are like diehard. Even them, they might not go because they think it looks so shit.
No, if you're an Uncharted fan, you're not seeing this movie.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. You know why? Because I'm an Uncharted fan.
So it's just the Tom Holland stands then.
But even then, I don't think the Tom Holland stands actually go see the movies. I don't think they do. I think they just exist on Twitter.
True. Yeah, because all their fan cams are the cam footage.
I'm at the point where I don't believe that like Twitter stands actually exist in the real world. I don't think
just
so.
Bots.
They're bots, or they're just one person.
Yeah,
one person having conversations with themselves.
I want to see the intern that's like making fucking fan cams for like Sony. They're like, like if it is bots, and they're like, well, a bot can't make a fan cam, so hey, you're gonna edit a fan cam together.
It's a little too creative. Yeah, we haven't nailed the AI to really do that just yet.
Do that. Yep.
Yeah, Moon Knight looks cool. It looks like brutal, like pretty dark, and not to say that dark is good, but like dark is good sometimes.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's coming out end of March. It's gonna be Batman. Then it's gonna be Moon Knight.
It's gonna be DC's Moon Knight, and then Marvel's Batman.
Exactly.
I wish I came back to Twitter saying, "Man, DC's Moon Knight looks really cool." I should have said that. Fuck.
That's gonna be our review title.
God damn it.
DC's Moon Knight. But yeah, I mean, is there new Batman stuff out? I saw the fucking like riddle thing.
I'm not watching a single. I'm pulling a Brian. I am not watching a single goddamn thing.
That's fair. I'm not watching anything crazy
from anything from that movie.
I just saw like the link that you like the code thing that you like type like Rattata or something, and then you get like a series of riddles.
Rattata,
and so I pulled it up. It sounds like
Rattata. Are you talking about the thing that was like the tweet that was like
you decipher the message, and
it was like the things were capitalized, and it was like it was like the Latin word for bat.
And it looked like some kind of clout tweet that was stupid, but actually it's a code word.
Not everything. I think it just.
Not everything is a clout tweet.
I think it just looked like a tweet, Mithi.
It just looked like a tweet. No, it looked like a clout tweet. I've been on Twitter for too long. But you go to
I got a really easy solution.
I should leave Twitter.
Just is that what I should
do? That might be an interesting idea.
That would be. You know what you should do? You should go full cloud arc, and then like midway through deactivate. You go up, and then dead. Like, that's actually that'd be the funniest thing, because like deactivating has no consequences. That's the thing.
No.
If you come back in 30 days, you're fucking like maybe for like a few hours it'll say you have 0 followers, but like you're fine.
And then just come back. Yeah. Maybe I should do that. Yeah. But I'll do that for when I release the thing, when I'm done with it. The movie.
Smart. The movie.
But what was that like code word thing like gives you like it's like the Riddler in the Matrix or some shit giving you riddles, and you have to answer the riddles to like get the fucking concept art of the Batman. And I like clicked to the other tab while that was going because I was like, I don't know what the fuck the answer to this riddle is. And then it pops up and it's like, oh, you're going to the internet to search up the things, and I'm like, shit.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Like, I like that. I was like, okay, that's a good little thing. Smart. And I'm just imagining like Paul Dano just typing away.
Yeah, Paul Dano actually coded all that.
yeah, exactly. He took a Python course on Skillshare, and then he just made this for everyone.
Do you want to do questions for a little bit? Because we're only on.
Let's do some questions. Right. Yeah, that's right. You asked them.
We asked questions. I want to start asking questions more because I don't have anything to talk about anymore. I am a very boring person now. So I want to do questions more.
Now that you don't have Twitter, you've lost all personality.
Now that I don't have Twitter.
So, yep.
I'm pulling up the thing. If you want to pull up the thing as well.
Yeah, let me pull up the thing. It's on your Twitter, right? It's on Fanboy Talk or
Fanboy Talk? It's on Fanboy Talk, yeah. Remember, my Twitter's gonna be used for nothing but promo.
I don't know why.
That was a whole conversation we just had.
I know. I just forgot it because I'm a dumb bitch. Why is my thing being weird? There it is.
Doug, Forever Kind of Geek asked favorite Batmobile. What's your
That's a good question. Probably this bad boy. This fucking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jimmy Olsen. I was like,
no, I was no. Probably. Jesus Christ, something fell off of it. Probably this bad boy.
Tumblr.
Just because it's so cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I fucking hate the Tumblr. I think that's the worst part of the Dark Knight trilogy, aside from the stupid gravity voice.
I think it's cool.
It's a tank. It's not a car. It's a fucking tank.
I don't like the Keaton design.
Why is he plowing through fucking?
You know what the
Batmobile exists for? The Batmobile. The whole point of the Batmobile is to drive places. I spit a little bit. It is to drive from his fucking lonely ass cave to go punch the Joker in the face and then drive home. He's not fucking doing all these crazy things and slamming into cars and blowing them up and fucking like this. Okay, the only cool thing about the Tumblr is the stealth mode. I really like that. That's sick. That's the coolest thing.
It looks like a Lamborghini, but it's a tank.
No, it doesn't.
And that is yes, it does.
It looks like a Lamborghini. The fucking the Batman design. That's what it does. No,
that's the other one. That's the other one I was gonna say. Yeah. That's the other one.
We could have had a different conversation.
We could have. But like, I like the Tumblr. It's cool.
No, it's fine. It's a cool design. It's so over designed.
You're just wrong.
And then when they made the Batwing, so I was almost gonna say the Batwing. It's not the Batwing. It's the Bat. And it's just the Tumblr without fucking inside.
That's the worst.
I hate that. I hate that thing.
That thing sucks because it's just a Minecraft like thing.
It really
That's what it is.
It's just
like a Minecraft setup. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other Batmobile designs.
I have a take. I really like. Okay, I think the new one, the Rob Pattinson one, that's great.
New one's great. It's also just a car, so I'm not.
That's what I like because that's all it is.
I know, but I don't include it because it's just a car. That's like saying
You're
my
just
favorite
a fucking car.
That's like saying my favorite fucking. I'm trying to think of a good comparison. What? It's like saying my favorite ice cream is vanilla. I don't know. It doesn't count.
My favorite ice cream is vanilla. Fuck
you. This is the angriest.
I'm really mad. I'm like furious right angry now. I'm so fuming. I feel like my audio was really bad, but it was fine. No, I'd say the new. I mean, we haven't seen it, but I really like the new one because it is just a car. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's Twitter. That's not. Sorry, everybody.
Get that off your screen.
That's. Get
it off.
Get it off.
Yeah.
The new one I really like, but I like the Batman show. I hate how we have to say this. I hate how we have to do this.
Yeah.
I hate how we have to distinguish it all the time.
Just say the cool one.
They're both cool.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm saying it.
And I really like I like the Adam West one because it's just a car. Yeah, I like the ones that are just cars. That's all it needs to be.
They are just cars, and like that's cool. And I get that because like I would also like to have a car like that, you know, because that would be cool to have.
Batman could drive a fucking Sebring, and it would be the best Batmobile to me.
I mean, yeah, he used to drive the fucking red car, right? In like the old, the 1930 something.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that was a great one. That was a banger.
Yeah. Where it was just
then
he gave
it to Green Arrow and it became the Arrow car. That's not.
That's
canon.
That
was a joke.
Is that it?
No.
Oh, okay. I genuinely believe you for you did gaslight me. Like you have multiple
really
times.
Funny if I just gaslight people.
I will
not
stuff that I will not forget the Barack Obama gaslight.
We don't want to talk.
I will
about that.
never.
We don't want to talk about that.
We won't.
It is not my fault. It's not my fault. You didn't understand.
I think it was.
Yeah, so I like the ones where it's just a car, you know.
It's just a car.
Give him a sports car, let him drive fast. That's all he's got to do. He doesn't need guns on it. I hate guns on the Batmobile. They're stupid.
Yeah. I don't like the Tim Burton design. I get it and it's cool. I
have the little thing of it. I think.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of Tim Burton one?
Like
it's a little too. It's just I can't see it driving. I can't like I can see it going straight really fast, and that's really cool. Mm-hmm. The second this thing has to make a turn, I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah,
It's just so long and angular, and you know. Yep.
Do you like the BVS one, or is it too much?
I think if you took the gun off, fine. But the fact that the gun is always out really bothers me.
Yeah,
it's a perpetual gun. Like, why can't it just?
It's the best symbolism for that entire version.
It really
of the character,
is. It really fucking is. They were like, we have a really cool Batman design. Slap a gun on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I like that one. That one's pretty good. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. It's good on its own. The Lego set was really cool for that one.
I couldn't afford Legos. Yeah. Still can't afford Legos.
I just have this one. and then I have the Bugle, and that's it. I still need to change the name from Daily Bugle to Daily Bulge. I said I was going to do that, but then I never did that.
Never did that.
I'm just waiting for like a moment. I'm in a professional Zoom call, and that's in the background.
That'd be really funny. You get the job.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, if you don't get the job because of that, then maybe that wasn't a job you're supposed to have.
Yeah,
my perspective.
Christian has thoughts leading up to Morbius. Because he's a fucking
Does anybody have thoughts leading up to Morbius?
I don't. I like the idea that Jared Leto's really excited.
That would be really funny if it turns out to be, because like it is kind of right up my alley. It's a spooky superhero thing.
Yeah, but it's also not gonna be spooky, Jared Leto, right?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Is it gonna be spooky?
It looks spooky. The trailer looks relatively spooky. Not like scary. Hang on. I think we need to establish what the difference between spooky and scary is.
I'm talking about like Twilight spooky.
What?
Like, well, no, the Twilight's not a good example. Fuck. I can't think of a good example.
Like Halloween Town is spooky because it's like, oh, there's skeletons and vampires,
okay.
but it's like you're not scared in Halloween Town.
No,
Like I would say, but like Halloween is scary because Michael Myers is in it. You know.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Thank you for that reference again. See, this is how you make me mad, but I don't fucking burst.
Again, there's a very easy way. There's a very easy way to make us to stop making fun of you. You could watch a good movie. It's a short movie. It's only like an hour and a half.
I will watch it.
You want to watch it tonight?
Why do
Let's
I have
watch
to
it tonight.
Always...
Let's get Brian on.
I have to write
Christian.
Tonight. Maybe.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know.
Fuck you.
I'm such a bitch, but also I have other things that I want to do.
It's not even that scary of a movie. It's just kind of
I know it's not scary. I will watch it. I promise I will watch it. I will watch it before Valentine's Day. That is my due date.
Don't believe
for this homework assignment. I will watch it before Valentine's. It's like 2 weeks. I'll watch it in 2 weeks. That's not too bad. Come on. He's so pissed off. Other questions.
We'll be making a cameo in Multiverse of Madness. No, but the Billionaire video will be. It'll be on a screen. A portal will open up, and it'll just say, it'll just be my voice over shitty Spider-Man gameplay saying, "Billionaires are inherently bad." And then Doctor Strange will be like, "Huh, that looks like a good video." And then he closes the portal.
The portal is just like a rectangle, so it's just the thumbnail shows up and the thumbnail backs out.
Yeah.
I will be making a
did you hear that Bob Blass is gonna be alcoholic?
Yeah, I mentioned it briefly.
This is totally shaking up my whole life. I'm gonna be real. It's putting me into like an emotional distress because it's like my brand is like I should, right?
Yeah,
I should.
Yep.
But I don't drink. I've never drunk. That's been my whole thing.
So are you gonna get peer pressured by the corporate overlords to drink it?
I think I might. I'm going to get peer pressured at 23.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You have to save it for a specific event.
I'd have to save it for like the worst commentary movie in the world or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But what are other ones? Nightwing Stan asked us what do we want to see in Across the Spider-Verse and what are we looking forward to seeing in Spider-Man PS5. I want to see the old boys. I want to see the boys back. I want to see Josh. That's all I care about at this point.
Yep.
I hope so.
At first, I was gonna say I want to see Indian Peter Parker, but I don't know if I want to see Indian Peter Parker.
I would
maybe,
like to.
Maybe
he's
not.
A cool character. He's fun.
He's cool in the comics. Cool. So maybe. Other than that, I'd like to see them do something actually deep with Miguel and Miles' relationship.
Yeah, I'm very.
I want to see them like flesh that out.
Yeah.
And then PS5, I want to see the symbiote done well, and I want to see Peter and Miles argue about shit. That's what I want to see in PS5.
Yeah. I would say I want Josh in. I just want what I kind of wanted in No Way Home. Like I like No Way Home, but the Spider-Verse stuff in No Way Home is not really that satisfying.
It's not Spider-Verse stuff.
It's really not, and people will say it is, but then it's lacking in like fundamental ideas about what makes Spider-Verse special. And I still love the movie, and I still love what they did with those characters, but it's not what I think of when I was like, you know what I'm saying. I made a whole fucking video about this, but I think I want to see like 100 Spider-Men. I want that shot from the comic that is just every single fucking one. I want that big kind of Avengers Endgame fan service for people that love Spider-Man in all mediums. You know, like No Way Home was just like, you like Spider-Man movies, right? And like, that's cool. And people do like Spider-Man movies, and there are people that only like Spider-Man movies, and they're super valid and stuff. But like, I grew up with the animation and the games and the comics, and I want to be I want my, because I've never had that Avengers Endgame moment.
You want to be wine and dine for that.
I want something to like genuinely speak to me for the like, because I can't think of a time where it's like fan service was genuinely for me. You know, am I selfish? I don't care. Yeah, I'm selfish. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
you know, because like Endgame was cool, but like I wasn't as connected to those characters. You know, No Way Home was really good, and I love Toby and Andrew. Because we're just gonna put because fuck spoilers. Yeah.
We'll get that moment eventually. I feel like that's like a third into the Spider-Verse movie. That's probably gonna
that's true.
Happen. I feel like the second movie.
Then what I want to see is this is a petty thing. I want to see the fucking that suit gone. I really don't like that new suit. The Miles suit. It bugs me a lot.
You don't like the lines?
I don't. The lines are fine. I don't like that the symbol isn't like roughly painted. I don't like that we lost like the slight webbing. I don't like that the hands are the way they are. I don't know why the webbing's
gone. I feel like the webbing shouldn't have gone.
The webbing was so cool because it was like it just like shone off in light. It was like really subtle.
Yeah.
And like
feels like they took the tracksuit but then like made it worse.
It's just I don't know. It's just I get it. You know, it's a new movie, new design and stuff. But I'm not as into it.
Maybe it's just a design thing for those specific scenes, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Again, this podcast was gone, but now I can say it. I am still convinced that they're gonna fucking die.
That I can see that happening.
I think that because we did a podcast, and by the way, anybody who doesn't follow my Twitter, I tweeted this before I deleted my Twitter. We recorded a podcast after the Spider-Verse trailer came out, and I had a crazy theory that I think that Gwen and that Miles are not the Gwen and Miles that we know from the first movie, and I backed it up with some solid evidence. The first being that. The way that the first movie ends and isn't as consistent with the way the trailer starts, but that could just be different. They're older, which is not thing. But the big thing, the real nail in the coffin is the trailer starts with the sentence in another universe, which could just be a little fun trailer filler tag or something. But we established in the first movie that like that means a universe different from Miles, right? Like that's the whole thing. It's like Gwen said that. Miguel said that. Like they're not Miguel, but like the thing for Miguel said that. Like so, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it is possible that either end of the first act or end of the movie maybe they are gonna be the R.I.P. Peter of this movie, just to shock the audience and be like, hey, multiverse is crazy. You know?
And then Miguel has to do it all over again with a new...
Because maybe Miguel's an asshole with that version of Miles, and it's like, oh, fuck, I fucked up. And he tries to be better with our Miles or something along those lines. That would be
and I can see Lord and Miller pulling something like that for both a comedy bit and a dramatic bit.
Yeah, because it's like that's so unexpected, and it's such a subversion in a really... I don't know. I'd be really into it.
Yeah.
I don't care. If it doesn't happen, that's fine. But I think that'd be cool. That's all. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Yep. Hot takes. Oh yeah. Do you see what Olivia asked? What's your favorite Euphoria meme?
Why is my mouse not working? There we go. Oh yeah, favorite Euphoria meme. I'm really into Joe King. That's fucking hilarious. I know it's not as like useful, but I think it's great.
Yeah. It's like a small little thing. I think the Maddie like pounding on the door thing is like so everywhere now.
It's so good.
But it's funny. Yeah. It's funny. I like the one that they turned into music notes. That was funny.
Yeah.
Like turn it and let her head and like
I saw someone turn her into AirPods. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cole, you see what Brian asked? Oh yeah.
Cole asked what we're most excited for Elden Ring. I'm excited for Cole to be happy.
Me too.
Cole really likes Elden Ring. Everybody go subscribe to Cole, Critical Rants on YouTube, and Doug.
I'm excited
and Christian, and all these people.
And Brian,
because we haven't gotten to Brian's question yet. That's why it didn't say his name yet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Well, now we're gonna get to his question.
I don't know what this means.
Read it properly. What the fuck did you say? Let me dissect this.
What is it that no one wants to have, but no one wants to lose either?
Shut the fuck up, Riddler. And he's pulling some Riddler shit.
Is it like virginity?
Is this like? Is
there's like? I'm confused, Brian. We're not smart. We're fanboy talk. This is talking with Dallas and Ann, and like listening to their podcast. I'm like, fuck, we are a dumb podcast, and I kind of like that about us. But also, I'm like, boy, we pale in comparison to them quality wise.
I cheated and I looked it up. You want to know what it is?
What?
A bald head.
Oh, is it hair? Wait, a ball. Nobody wants to lose a bald head. Oh, because they would die. That's a bad.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
That's almost as blunt as bad as what's black and blue and dead all over you. Fucking cool. Thanks, Paul. Well, you're real intellectual here.
He's not Edward Nashton. His name is just Paul.
I forgot it's Edward Nashton. Yeah, he's Paul. Not gonna be Nigma. He's not gonna be Edward Nigma Balls.
He's gonna. Why did I never think of that?
You never.
It feels like I never thought of that. Because it's always Ligma. But,
Mr. E. What's another word for mystery? Enigma. Enigma. Edward Nigma. Alfred, get the car ready. Great movie.
That's still the best scene in the entire movie.
Great.
No, actually, there are other scenes that are better, but that's
my favorite scene. I don't care.
Yep. Yeah. Were there any other questions? Oh, Yash asked $1 million, but the next Spider-Man movie is going to be worse than Far From Home. That's not a question.
I think that's a bet. I think they're like, do you bet $1 million?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think so. I genuinely think that, like, especially if it's going to be a new director, which I think it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not, but like, I think, like, I know people like Far From Home, and it's valid. I know pretty much it likes Far From Home, and that's insane to me. But like, people like Far From Home for reasons and stuff, and
people
it was
like it because it's like a popcorn movie.
Yeah, and there's nothing like super terribly wrong with that movie. It's more so just like so bland that I was like, boy, we had a whole Spider-Man movie. It feels like a filler.
It's what the Uncharted movie is going to be. That's what that movie is.
No, I don't even think it's that, like, nothing happens in Far From Home. Like, two things of actual consequence, but like, how do I say this? It feels like
he gets with MJ and then he loses his identity.
Yeah, and then like the Mysterio reveals his identity. Those are the only two things that actually like matter in that movie. And it's especially for the second movie in a trilogy, it's just kind of weird. Like, I will say, good on Far From Home for nailing the idea of having a comic arc that is bad and pointless in a run of Spider-Man comics.
Which arc?
That's just because in comics they're always gonna be bad. There's some comics that are just not good.
Yeah.
They nailed that feeling of reading comics long form and getting to an arc that's really boring,
and just having one that's boring and nothing happens.
Because it's a filler arc. It really is.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the field trip. They go on a field trip.
I wonder if
they might as well have gone to the beach.
How do they make the next movie not a filler arc but still keep it casual and not as high stakes?
I think go straight back to Homecoming in the but like a serious Homecoming.
Yeah,
because Homecoming was a fun movie. Homecoming was fun and funny for a lot of it.
But it felt like they were.
But it was like
stakes.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a whole. We can't talk about this. I got a whole fucking video. There's
a video.
Hang on, you're trying to pull
That's
shit
right.
from me. They're trying to. You're trying to pull shit from me. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Dev saying last question. Dev saying. Oh, I could refresh actually. I don't know if anybody else.
Yeah.
How late are we? All right, 1:30. Yeah. We do one question. Favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like any Spider-Man.
They stink, and I don't like them.
All Spider-Man are bad.
I guess spectacular, right?
It's like that's. Yeah. It feels like a safe answer though, so it's like boring, I love Miles, I really do. I know Twitter was making fun of me for Miles for whatever reason. I fucking love that guy. He's such a good fucking character.
He's one of the most potential, right?
One of the most potential. It's just like I get more excited, like if I see a aside from the fact that I'm just like Miles comics sometimes don't always hold up, but it's like if I were to see a movie about Miles and a movie about Peter coming out the same day, I might go see the Miles one first,
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, that guy gives me this, he gives me the goo. He gives me the feeling of like, oh yeah, I like Spider-Man. That's right. I forgot.
The gippity gobbity.
Because here's the thing. No toxic Miles stands. They don't exist.
That's true.
Because
they will exist. They will exist.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think anybody that respects the idea of legacy characters is an immediately good person.
Really?
I think so. I think that's what I think. I'm not gonna back it up. I'm not gonna back it up by anything. But
you're not gonna address any people who like fall out of line.
I think so. I should do a video on legacy characters just to stir the pot.
Yeah, I think that
Laura Kinney is Wolverine. Because that's all I'm gonna say on that subject.
Yeah,
the best Wolverine too.
Yeah, I think that because I was talking with my parents about like Spider-Man shit and Spider-Man movies and stuff, and they're like, oh, I'm tired of the same thing, and I was like,
that's why there's
this character Miles Morales. It's like, if you saw a movie about this, do you think it could be different? And they're like, yeah, maybe. It just has to be different.
Yeah.
Like, it has
it's like
to feel
all
different.
Spider-Man is just a core idea. And there is an importance of Peter, and he's incredibly important. Yeah. And Peter is what leads to all these legacy characters.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make the legacy characters only surround Peter, Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm such a big fan of the idea. Peter should have aged up in real time. And retired in the 80s or something. Or no, not the 80s. That's too early. Like the 90s or 2000s.
In the 2000s. Yeah. Like right around the end
I think Jameis should have ended Spider-Man. Or Jameis should have ended Peter. Have Ben be Peter for 20 years, 10 years. Miles comes in,
Yep.
Not Ben be Peter,
I mean, life story, right?
Life story, yeah. Life story fucking did it. It was great.
So, yeah.
I just and I feel the same way about The Flash. Like... if Barry had just been what did he should have been 60s, I think, or 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he was 60s to 2000s or 60s to 90s, and then Wally for 90s to 2010s, and then now fucking somebody else, that would be killer, because then you can still go back to those characters. You could could still go back to Peter and tell a story of Peter, like not even just like going back and reading the old comics, but you could still. As a publisher, as a writer, okay, we want to tell a Peter Parker story, set it in the 60s. There you go. It's really same with this, what they did with Jay Garrick. Every Jay Garrick book is set in the 40s. And it's awesome.
And I mean, I guess Ultimate, you can say, had a way to kind of have the cake and eat it too, right? Of like, it's modern, but it's not the same. Even
then, Ultimate ran for how long? 10 years?
Very long fucking time. Least, with Peter.
And he still died in high school. It took place over like the course of a year.
Yeah.
Or something like that, 2
years.
2 years?
I think
something
2 years.
Because he didn't graduate yet.
He ends as like a
senior?
Turning into senior.
Yeah, so like a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah. For 10 years. That's a lot of fucking stories. That's a lot. Like, was that a daily thing? Was that a daily supervillain?
It is a lot.
Yeah. And that's just why I like Invincible so much, because it's genuine growth and like it ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a really solid way.
I don't think Kirkman would ever really do anything.
If anything, he would just go back and bring up the idea of because I mean, not to spoil the ending. I'm not gonna spoil the ending. Never mind. He would just continue the legacy. That's all he would do. Of just having somebody with an eye in their chest. That's it.
Yeah.
He could not bring Mark back. Mark doesn't die. That's the crazy thing. He just couldn't. You just can't do that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Comics in general. I understand the desire for only Peter Parker. I get it. But I think Miles is the
that's
future
how so many people see the comics industry as being not about evolution, because characters die and they come back, and they die.
But characters like Nightwing and Wally prove that, like, who are the most liked characters in DC aside from like Batman. But even then, I don't count like in terms of like comic readers, like consistent comic readers. Wally and Dick are the favorites, and Kyle.
Yeah. I mean, also legacy characters is how you get new audiences.
Yeah.
The more you make Batman books, the more normal audiences are going to be like, oh, it's another Batman book. I mean, I guess I read Batman when I was a kid, but that's it. Yeah. But when you introduce someone new and you make it interesting, that's why people jumped on Miles, wants to read
Daredevil now, because she saw the Elektra Daredevil stuff. She saw that cover. It's like, that's because it's cool as fuck. It's a really good book,
Yeah. And I think comics should be more about grabbing those new audiences. Otherwise, not to say comics is a dying art, but it kind of is.
The industry is definitely dying because they're not doing anything interesting to
exactly.
To keep,
and that's what you need to do. Is you need to be able to grab new audiences, and legacy characters is a great way.
It's way too difficult to get into comics right now, and like legacy characters make it super easy. Yeah, like Laura was the way I got into X-Men. Like the Tom King Wolverine run. And because she's super accessible and super easy. And she was even a character that existed for a while. But it's like, I don't know. Legacy characters are good. That's all I got to say about that. And I still don't know why people were mad at me for the pre-write. I'm going to be real. I still don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I have to assume
I feel like people were... It's because of Miles, and people were like, "Oh, you're trying to make a Spider-Verse," and that's probably all.
Did I not say that I wasn't doing?
People like Spider-Verse, so who gives a fuck either? Movie. So there you go.
But yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk
I'm trying to think. Not really.
Yeah.
Not a lot of crazy shit happening. Hope everyone had a good January, start of the year.
Yeah, happy January, everybody.
Hopefully gonna graduate in a couple months.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Pretty sick. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fingers crossed.
And then you can be a YouTuber full time.
Then I could be a YouTuber full time.
That's a joke. I'm telling you not to do it. Please don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be a YouTuber full time. No. I keep joking with my parents that I'm gonna direct a Batman movie in 20 years, and they're like, "Why do you say that so confidently?" And I'm like, "Am I saying it that confidently?" I'm just like, I joke with them that I'm like, "I'm gonna do a Batman movie. I'm gonna make a Batman movie in 20 years." And they're like, don't say that so confidently. And I'm like, I don't care. It's good to at least like have a little thing in the back of your head, right? Yeah. I guess we didn't talk about the Percy Jackson show that much. I was talking with you a lot.
You know more than I do.
I know more about that. I'm not concerned because everyone isn't concerned. So why would I be concerned? But I'm kind of concerned. Just in the sense of these are characters more so than DC, Marvel, or anything. Percy Jackson characters are what I grew up with the most.
Yeah, I feel that. So that's how I feel them with Avatar. I totally get it.
Yeah, and it's like just to see it in a visual spectacle is gonna be weird, and I don't know.
Those books like don't lend themselves to visual, like crazy stuff. Like those books.
They're gonna do something with the Kane Chronicles or whatever the other Riordan thing on Netflix as a movie. I think it's like still kind of in development hell, but they're still working on it. Yeah. I think it's not greenlit yet, but they're working on it.
That's interesting. When does I'm honestly come back? I just remembered that.
That's that's right. They're working on season. What is it? 4 I think now?
Well, season 3 is supposed to come out pretty soon.
Oh, season 3. Okay.
Yeah. But okay. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This was actually relatively reasonable length. This is Betrayed by 17. This is my mouse. And I'll see you guys.
And to quote my water bottle, it doesn't show up, but. To quote my water bottle, keep chugging.
Keep chugging, baby.
Keep chugging. That's a terrible fucking joke.
Spider-Man video coming out next week. Or coming out Friday, probably. I'm shooting for.
And Young Justice video soon. The video's done. It's soon.
Hell yeah. Okay. See you guys around. Bye-bye.